Hey, what is up, guys? There's a lot of loud noises going on outside. They're fixing our streets, so, um, yeah, that's that. It's been a while since I made a sitting down kind of video, and I'm actually eating. This is my lunch. Made bean tacos with some stir-fried vegetables in there. It's actually a really simple meal. Nice and cheap. If you want to just buy beans, you make some for like 4 days worth. Which is like a whole bag, and then stir fried vegetables, put that in your fridge, and keep tortillas. It's very simple. Just turn on your pan and start cooking some tortillas, put a little bit of whatever in the middle, and you got yourself a burrito. But yeah, it's been a while since I did a talking video. I'm usually like driving or stuff, but grab your coffee and let's chat for a little bit. Today I'm drinking a Sumatra coffee with ice. I put honey in it and I mixed it with a little bit of almond milk. I couldn't figure out what milk it was because we usually keep oat milk and hemp milk, but we bought almond milk this time. And it's pretty tasty. Let me go ahead and take a bite of this. Life is crazy. I'm starting to get really into making music. If you haven't listened to my music already, go to my music channel, Lucid Merlady. I'll link it below. If you like bass, electro house, EDM, it's kind of what I do. But I'm really enjoying being able to create an experience that could be gone back to over and over, and the only way you can experience it is by listening completely and putting your attention 100% on it and hearing it together as a whole. And that's what I love about music. It's great. What else? I'm starting to climb out of a little hole. I was feeling kind of lonely. I don't feel too lonely anymore. I'm starting to decorate my house. Kind of moved out of my parents really abruptly, and I can save that story for another video. But yeah, it wasn't very decorated in here. It didn't feel homey, and so I put up a bird feeder and lots of hummingbirds have been coming. My videos on here are really random. Like, I just like to hear the noises out in nature, and sometimes I don't have much to say, so that's why there's a lot of ASMRs and little tours, and I'm excited to talk a little more about what's been going on in life. So I was supposed to work for Insomniac. They do rave events, and I was going to be part of their ground control team, but I can't afford to go to this EDC, and it's a priority to do EDC before doing any other shows, so I'm not able to make it. And I was really excited because I like the idea of just going to watch out for people. First of all, psychology is very interesting, and I want to make sure people are safe and happy and just enjoying their time, and I like to be that part of the world that offers good experience, and I don't like to be part of that negative. I don't want to be a part of a negative experience for people or make people's time here on Earth not worth living. That's not what I'm here for. If you're like one of my closest friends or work with me, you'll know, like, I was kind of in a funk too. And tell me if you're able to relate with me on this down in the comments. But my whole life, I've lived with animals. And this could totally be a privilege thing. Like, I remember my cat being the size of me as a child. I always had cats or fish. We got dogs. We had a cockatoo. We still have a cockatoo. All at my parents' house. And love them to death. Like, I have this weird psychic connection with animals. I could communicate with them. Like, I'll see the birds freaking staring at me and cawing, like the crows and stuff. And then to come here and be without an animal kind of just broke my heart, and I was longing for one, like, a while, and me and my boyfriend kind of barely talked about the conversation of not having an animal whatsoever while we're still living in this apartment. And I cried like all day, and then I started my period, so I knew what the matter was. But sometimes I don't know why I'm crying until I start bleeding. Sorry if that's TMI, but this is my personal account. So other than that, I've been just crafting and trying to find my own way, and I've been really bad at looking for another part-time job, and like I've had interviews that I haven't gone to, because in the moment I'm like, yes, I got an interview, and then later it's like, oh no, this is not what my heart's true calling feels like. And so I'm starting a couple new things. Let me actually grab the bucket. There's a couple projects. Well, I'm always working on projects, but I have a couple of things that I'm working on for local events. I have this binder full of ideas. This is the Creative Unity Collective binder. It's an organization I had an idea about like 2 years ago. And I'm barely starting to print forms and kind of organize my friends into being on board with me. Excuse me. So far, I have my friend Summer, but there's this new event for the Creative Unity Collective. And if you don't know what the Creative Unity Collective is, I don't know if you can read that. We're a social movement here in San Diego, California, and basically we want to inspire and promote creative expression. So whether that be going out and about and drawing or dancing and getting together and holding little meetups, or doing meditations, or practicing crystal wraps. For instance, I'm not that good. Maybe someone here in San Diego can get a hold of me and we can like create a class together. But I have this little thing going for me, little eye, and I'll make rings here and there. I'll show off that stuff later. But one of the newer events we're doing is called, let me grab the paper, Draw on the Go in San Diego. Ain't that cute? I came up with this idea a couple weeks ago and I bought supplies for it, but all ages are invited. This is going to be May 23rd, Wednesday, from 10, sorry, blah, 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 blah. I forgot if it's 10 or 10:30, sorry. 10 to 11:30 at Balboa Park. So basically, you need to call the number on the site, so I'll link below where to put the information in. But basically you need to call and save your spot, and each student is going to get a pencil, eraser, and a 50-page blank sketchbook. Basically I want everyone to be able to keep a sketchbook at the end. I want to teach basic drawing skills. I work at an art studio called Art with Larice here in San Diego. Larice taught me not everything I know because I've been an artist my whole life, but taught me simpler steps of how to be able to approach a teaching style when it comes to art. So I've been there almost a year, but an artist my whole life. So I picked up a crayon probably like 1 year old, 1.5. That's what my mom said. I just scribbled and then it went from there. So I just want to teach people how to break things down into basic shapes, how to proportion and relate shapes to each other, then also how to use your negative space, how to shade, and that's it. We'll just walk around Balboa Park, get some nature in, get some bonding in, and put some creative twists on things. I'd like to get a worksheet, and people don't have to follow it, but maybe we could play some games. So yeah, we're trying to get this started. If anyone has any ideas for events, just email me. It's going to be lucidmerladyart@gmail.com, but you could just go to the website. My website will have all the ways you can contact me, and that will be linked below. Did you guys know you can cook cucumbers and it tastes almost like zucchini? We cook cucumbers because they're cheaper. They're so good. Usually we have hummus in the house. It's like a staple, but we didn't have it today. Alright. So since I'm not going to EDC, I have a week off. I planned on going pretty much up until the last moment that I could spare. And we have 2 tickets. Sorry. Whoa. There's like pigeons in front of my house. It's cool seeing which ones come through the feeder. There were hummingbirds yesterday and little finches. Sorry. So we have 1 ticket. I didn't get a chance to even buy one. But we want to trade the 1 EDC ticket for 2 LED tickets. So if you're going to LED and you see this before tomorrow, we'll trade you. Otherwise, I'm just going to put it on Facebook or OfferUp. And if you don't know what EDC is, it's this crazy, amazing music festival. It takes up the whole speedway in Las Vegas. There's like more than 7 stages. Carnival rides, snacks, lots of crazy dancing, electronic music, more electronic music. Wow, there's so many doves. I think one of my spirit animals is this mourning dove. Let me see if I can get a picture. Anytime the birds notice that I'm watching them, they fly away. But let's see if I can get a good shot of them. Oh, yeah, whoops, I got scared. Whoops! Right, but we're not going to, that EDC. So I don't know when our next event is, but hopefully, I figure out some way that I want to make income soon. It's a new moon tonight, so meditate a little bit on that. Because in the future, Alex and I, my boyfriend, are going to go halfies on some DJ equipment. Right now, this is going to be a little surprising, but my music is mostly made on GarageBand, so I'm kind of proud of that. I've been working on music for 3 years, and I still am improving. I feel like I'm starting to find a sound that is really unique to me, but you can still feel the influences in the people that I listen to the most, or the people that like have ingrained music into me. Like, I listen to a lot of deep bass kind of music, like Rez, and one of the first artists I listened to was Bassnectar, and I went back to listening to Bassnectar like 2 days ago, and listened to like 2 or 3 of the latest albums, and was like, dang, I'm making stuff that kind of sounds like this. It's kind of spacey, really deep, vibrating bass. Ooh. I just want to share, and I want to keep improving. It's actually nice starting on GarageBand, I think, because you get the bare minimum. And even with manipulating sounds, some sounds you can't reverse and they won't sound similar at all. Like, it won't reverse correctly. If you dabble, then you probably know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, it doesn't work the same. It's kind of challenging, so it's fun to see what I could do with the bare minimum and still make something that sounds all right and that other people are literally vibing to. It makes me so happy. So I'm gonna just keep making music because that seems to be going really good for me. And I've always been able to kind of paint and draw, but that's not something I feel too passionate for anymore. Like, I do it to do it. And sometimes I feel my paintings, but it's not something I feel like I want to do all the time. But I do want to work with other people, and I think the goal would be to be able to give back to other communities somehow. So if you go to my website, you could also purchase some of my art, and I'm working on thinking of merch designs. But I want 15% of the proceeds to be going to Project Wildlife. And if you don't know who Project Wildlife are, they are a group here in San Diego. I don't know if they participate anywhere else. However, they protect wild animal species and protect their habitats as well. And I think rehabilitate them. I know if you find wild animals in the street, you can go find a Project Wildlife, and they will nurse the animal back to health and then release it back into the wild. Because I had a paper bird. I can't talk. Let's back up a little bit. So a couple months ago, my friend Summer and I had found a baby bird. We decided to go to the Dollar Tree, which is it's a good store. I bought these really nice wine glasses from the dollar store. So try not to just spend all your money. Save. Go to the dollar store. But we found a baby bird like right outside the dollar store on the street, and he was hurt. So we called Project Wildlife, and I actually kept the bird like overnight in a box. They're so loud. This caffeine's starting to hit me. This is my second cup, but I'm starting to feel it. Like the shininess and the stuff. Oh. With the Creative Unity Collective, I wanted to go hang out posters tomorrow around the beach areas like La Jolla, Ocean Beach, different Starbuckses. Maybe I'll take you with me and we could do a little thingy-majigger. I'm kind of running out of things to say for this video. I'll come up with more, but I think I needed to release a little bit with this new moon so I can make room for new stuff. I'm thinking tutorials or art stuff, or I don't know what I feel like doing. But as you can see, I have some weird videos like noises of pasta being stirred because that's very pleasing to me, birds chirping. When I lived at my parents' house, I have the garden. I don't have much about my crafting area, and maybe we could do a tour because I garden and I collect herbs, so I have like potted marigolds. What else? Jasmine flower. I picked lemon balm. What else do I have? I make little satchels. Eee! Let's see, this one has a cinnamon stick in it, marigold tea, which is really good for pain relief. There's bay leaves, so you can you write like your wish and intention on it and burn it and release it. That's something I like to do, is burn things. What else is in here? Oh, sugar scrubs, because I make sugar scrubs. Oh, that'd be nice. We could do a fun video of like how I make sugar scrubs. There's 2 different kinds I make. So this could be the next video. And then the video after that can be about the rose oil. So very simple. Oh, that's the wrong one. I have this rose and vanilla sugar scrub. Really good. I have this lemon balm and tea tree sugar scrub, and it's really good. And I haven't used this yet because I'm still letting the roses marinate, and I should probably strain it through the cheesecloth already. But rose oil. So I just infused rose petals in oil, and it's been sitting in a nice cool dark area for a while. Yeah. I have a lot of little hobbies, like a lot. And I'm coming to the point where like, let's back up again. I get ahead of myself all the time. You'll figure this out. It's hard for me to talk sometimes because my brain's like 10 minutes that way. And my back's itchy. Okay. I have so many little hobbies, and I used to get so just wound up about the fact of I needed to pick one. I need to go in one direction. But as I get older, I feel like I could take this stick out of my butt. Like, I can give myself more freedom and just do me because I have a weird, messy, chaotic way of doing things. But I also feel as I let go and give myself the time and the patience, ideas are just like being pounded in my head about the direction I need to take and the ways I can just blend all the things I like to do into one thing. Yeah. It's just I'm not very good. I'm kind of terrible at graphic design, so my website looks it needs work. It needs hours put into it, basically, and I haven't actually done that. Good things take time. Okay. I'm done here. Thank you for listening. Hit like and subscribe if you want more of these. I don't know which direction we're going yet with this, but I think it's cool to have people like observe, hang out with, talk to. Just kidding, I'm not done. I will shut it down when I remember something later. I got my passport today, or I had a passport appointment, and I have a little funny story that goes along with this because I had an appointment 2 weeks ago, but I had to reschedule. So Alex, my boyfriend, got home from work early just so that we can go to our passport appointment. And we go, and I forgot my birth certificate because I grabbed my car title instead. So I had to go to work, and Alex got his passport, and so 2 weeks later was the next appointment available for me. So I went today and got it, and it had to be expedited because we are going to Mexico on June 3rd on a vacation trip, which is going to be fun. I've never been out of country before, and I've never been camping with family like that. Besides when I was little and did Girl Scouts, but really that was probably twice in my life, 2 or 3 times. I don't think that's a lot. I feel like I want to go camping more, so I don't know why I don't do it more often. There's an opportunity to do it once a month at Moon Tribe, so I don't know why I just don't. And I don't know why I stopped dancing. I miss dancing. I'm gonna post more dancing videos on here because I occasionally shuffle, but I don't know why I feel so stagnant. I just don't move. I just choose not to move. I'm fucking lazy. Ugh. I'll get over it though. Anyway, now that concludes my video, so bye.